Pranam. Welcome to Vive Vibra Viaja, the International Holistic Wisdom. My name is Prerna Tyagi, and I am here with the third session on the journey of holistic wellness with the help of yoga. We already had two sessions where we discussed about many things about yoga, the origin. Then we discussed in second session what is Astang Yoga and the scientific aspects of yoga. Now, in this session, I'm going to share with you a beautiful different dimension of yoga, where we will discuss yoga as a therapy, and we will discuss on what basis yoga works as a therapy. So this is going to be a beautiful and informative session for all of you, where you can understand how we can use yoga as a therapy, right? So it is a spiritual practice, obviously, but it has its side effects or its um, uh, further benefits which comes along with the ultimate goal. So before we're going to start the basic concepts as a therapy, I want you to know a few important things. Like in modern science, uh, modern treatment depends on the physical body. Like we study different about different organs, we study the physiology and biology, anatomy, we study the psychology, we study about the brain, the functioning and the structure, so that we can know about the concepts and we can understand what is the structure and what is the basis on which the modern science works when it comes to the treatment part. Same goes with the yoga therapy. Yoga itself has many dimensions on which it works. So we have to understand those dimensions first so that we can understand the therapy. And in upcoming sessions, I will also share with you in what kind of diseases you use these kind of practices to cure a particular disease, to prevent from any disease. What kind of practices, asana and breathing practices and different kriyas you can do for a specific problem, right? But before that, you have to understand the dimensions on which yoga therapy works. So I want to tell you that with the when ancient Indian sages discovered the great wisdom of yoga, they had only one goal with it, that is the moksha, the salvation. But as time passed, civilization changed, people changed, and they turned into the more materialistic position. They forgot everything about the true potential of the yoga and true meaning of yoga. But now, in modern life, in modern era, people again started adopting and started, accepting the true potential of yoga, as yoga has proven the benefit to the modern life by providing some significant health benefit to a person who is practicing yoga and sincerely and regularly. So yoga has given a lot of benefits on mental level and physical level. So, but with all of these things, we cannot forget that all these things are the byproducts of yoga, or we can say the side effects, the side benefits of yoga, because the ultimate goal of yoga is something else, which I already shared with you, right? So, as a therapy, yoga works when as a therapy, it works on some subtle aspects, on some subtle dimensions of the body, which modern science has not discovered yet, not even know about it. And so it works upon pran, it works upon the psychic centers, which we know as chakra. It works upon nadis, the energy channels, and it works upon the different Ayurvedic concepts of the body. There are many different dimensions yoga therapy works on. So we are going to discuss those dimensions first so that we can understand how it works. So in this session, we will discuss to understand the real basis of the therapy. So I'm going to share a beautiful presentation where we will discuss these things, right? So here, as a yoga therapy, there are few important concepts. Like as a therapy, yoga works on very subtle aspects, as I told you before, and it is given in the ancient Indian texts that they are so accurate. All these bases which we are going to discuss are available in the scriptures or Indian texts, which works directly on the root cause of all the problems and eradicate it completely, right? So let's discuss. Let's discuss was what are the uh, dimensions, and there is also you know what yoga therapist says about yoga as a therapy, that it is a progressive process. It empowers individual to progress their mental and physical health, and it happens with the teachings and with the practice of yoga. So when we are talking about the basis of yoga, on what basis it works, first the most important base is Panch Pran, then Sapt Chakra, the seven energy channels, then Panch Kosh comes, five shades of the body, then Trigun comes, three basic nature of the body. And I only mentioned four, but there are many more concepts and wonderful dimension. We can discuss those concepts in some different session because it is not possible to mention each and every concept in one session, right? So let's discuss it one by one. First is Panch Pran, right? So the vital force of life is divided into five parts, but we have to understand first what is Pran. Pran is the fundamental unit of universal life which causes the movement of breath in a living being. While you breathe, what you take inside, you're taking oxygen, you are taking the gas in the form of oxygen, but actually it is pran which exists everywhere. It is a hidden power inside every person and out there and lies everywhere around us. Okay, so pran is everywhere. The vital energy is everywhere. We cannot limitize it with a particular section, a particular part. Like suppose you have to move one object from one place to another place, you need some source of energy to do this. In the same way, channelizing the breath or energy into the different organs of our body, there is a force working on breathing called prana, or we can say pran in the original form in Sanskrit words. So while we are discussing this, like pran is this, and this is the energy working behind every movement. Pran is not a thing which we can limitize as a energy, a source of energy. It is more than that. It lies with the divine energy. It is a part of the divine energy. And if your pran energy, your pranic energy is alive in your body, the level of diseases, the level of discomfort decreases in your life, because pran is the only source which makes us alive, right? Which makes us vital and bright all the time. The impurities and the imbalances comes when the level of pran in your body decreases. Like suppose you are a diseased person, you are suffering from anything like fever, diabetes, anything. You are lying on bed in hospital. You are still breathing, right? You are taking oxygen inside. But why is not that oxygen is not sufficient for your body? You're breathing it. So it should be sufficient and you should be perfectly fine. But that is not happening anywhere, right? This is just because the pran, the vital energy of the body, is decreasing by the by, right? And what we do, we work on the other aspects, like we are taking medicines, we are doing different things, we're going to the doctors only, we are not doing anything for the soul, for the pran. So even after the number of treatments, people are not getting rid of their problems. Why? People are still diseased, and unstable mind are there, diseased personalities are there. Why? They have sufficient resources for the meditation, for the medication, but this is not happening, right? Because you have to understand what is the exact and accurate form of energy is working. It is pran. Pran is working everywhere. So you have to take care of this energy first. So what is the meaning of pran? Pran itself is a root word of Sanskrit. And when we call it in English, it becomes prana, right? So, but it is better if you take the name as it is originally called. The two root syllables are there, pra plus an. Pra means constant and an means movement. So hence the meaning of pran is constant movement. Its functionality of a continuous flow makes it life force or vital energy, right? So it is keep going. It is going and going inside your body and outside your body. It is a constant flow. If it is stopped, then we are not existing anymore, right? So we already discussed about what is pran, what is the literal meaning of pran. Now, what is the source of pran? What is that ultimate vital energy which is coming in form of pran inside us? So in Hinduism, pran is said to stems form from the Atma. Atma is soul, the true self. The soul perceives the experience of the physical world through working of pran. Suppose this is a soul and this is your physical body. Your soul is incomplete without your body when it comes to the materialistic world, and your body is nothing without the soul. Soul is full of pran, full of energy. When it combines and it combined with the body, pran is required. If there is no pran, the soul cannot transfer, the soul cannot let the body to move and to do anything. So soul itself is a source of pran. Soul itself is the part of that divine force, that divine power, right? So as it is a power, it is a part of that power. It contains all the divine pran with it. So as a body, we take pran from soul. But what we do actually, we do not feed our soul so that we can enhance the level of prana. We always feed our body. We eat, we drink, we sleep, we go out, we chill with friends, we do a lot of things in life, but we never take time, we never find time to feed our soul. What we do to feed our soul, realize it, analyze it, then you will come to know that you're not doing anything for your soul. Then how the level of pran can be increased in your body and have that level of higher level of effect in your body? You cannot do that because you are not feeding it, right? So you have to feed your soul with the help of yogic practices like asana, which we already discussed in previous session as Ashtanga yoga, right? So those practices are not only for physical body. See, in the entire Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, he just mentioned asana thing only in one verse. So asana is not everything. Performing asana is not everything. Just a tiny part of the big ocean, right? So feed your soul when you will start feeding your soul, you will see the difference, right? So the next part we will discuss what are the types of prana. The pranic energy has 5 types, and those 5 elements of the pranic energy based on the functionality and area of working. Each part has a specific area. Every pran has a significant and imbalance in their quality may lead to improper working of body and mind. See, you have to understand this is your physical body and this is your subtle body, like your soul or your pranic energy. You cannot get disturbed with your physical body, and there is no disease can directly come and hit your physical body. No, until and unless your subtle body gets impacted and get imbalanced. If your subtle body, your aura, which protects your physical body, is affected, right, is not working properly and imbalanced, then only your body becomes affected with the diseases, the negativity, the dark side, and many more things, right? But if you keep strong the aura, if you keep strong these layers of prana, then nothing can in this universe affect your physical body. No one can do that. But the thing is, we have to work on that aura part, on that subtle things of our body, right? So along with 5 prans, these are the 5 prans, okay? There are 5 subdivisions of every pran. We call it uppran in Sanskrit, right? The subdivisions of pran. These 5 uppran helps pran to remove blockage from a specific part of body. These 5 upprans also has a specific area where they exist, and they regulate specific organ of the body to remove the blockage, right? You can connect the concept of pran with the pranayam as well. When we were discussing earlier the concept of pranayam, you remember it works on pran, right? So when you are trying to control the pran in pranayam, you have to understand what is pran. So this is pran. These are the 5 different dimensions of pran, right? So we are going to discuss these dimensions in detail. See, this is the 5 types you can see on the screen. Pran, apan, saman, udan, vyan. The first one is pran, then apan, saman, udan, vyan. The sequence is not important, but we learn in this sequence. But the position of these pran is different in the body. When you see in the picture, udan is the first, which comes from the throat to your head, right? Throat to head. So this area comes under udan pran, udan vayu. Then pran comes. Pran vayu starts from the throat to the diaphragm. So it covers your breast area. It covers your the lungs area, the chest area. Okay. Then saman comes. Saman is a zone of stomach, right? Then apan comes. The abdominal and the pelvic zone and the entire lower body comes under apan vayu. Okay. Each and every type of pran has a specific functioning and specific impact of your body. Like suppose we are taking udan. Udan is the area which comes under your head, your throat, right? So all the organs and all the functioning which is happening under this area is regulated by udan vayu in subtle level. On subtle level, the udan vayu is stimulating your throat, your vocal cords, your pipes, your eyes, your vision, your brain, your respiratory process through your nose. You are taking in and expelling it out. Everything, your ears, your hearing power is regulated by Udan. Each and every organ is controlled by Udan Vayu. Like same when it comes to pran, pran is from the throat to the diaphragm. It regulates your ribs, your heart region, the functioning of heart, the functioning of your respiration. The respiratory system is regulated by pranvayu. If any disturbance happens in pranvayu, then you will be having diseases regarding the respiratory system, like asthma. You'll be having heart problem because pranvayu is not working properly. Right? Same with this saman, with the stomach, with the intestine, and same with the apan, with your lower body. We are going to discuss in detail, right? So when it comes to pranvayu itself is the foremost cosmic energy, or the uh, uh, force of your body. Pranvayu is the foremost pranic energy of your body, and the pathway of pranvayu flows in the upward direction and also in the downward direction. Its working area is the chest region. Okay, pranvayu is also considered to lie in the place of your eyebrows, in between your eyebrows, the place of Agya Chakra. What are the chakras? We are going to discuss further after Panch Pran. Okay, so chakra, you can correlate with the chakra when you will understand what is the concept of chakra. But before that, you should understand pran can move towards the both the direction, like upward and downward, because it regulates your breathing, it regulates your respiration. So it has both qualities. It can move up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so that it can regulate the respiration. When it comes to the functions of pranvayu, what is the function? It is responsible for the working of respiratory system, as I told you, including pumping of heart, primary inhalation and exhalation process. Other than this, it helps in swallowing and regulating of the food, right? So these are the functions of pranvayu, which we can understand. It balances some physiological and psychological activities as well, like eye concentration, like emotions, like your mental consistency is also controlled by pranvayu. Okay, so the working area of pranvayu, specifically if we talk about, is the region between the diaphragm and the throat, which I already discussed. And the area, and the seat of it is heart, right? So mainly where it resides is the heart region. Now, effect of pranvayu. An imbalance in the quality of the pranvayu, or a blockage in the pranvayu, can lead to these kind of diseases like depression, like low feeling, like heart related problem, and many more. Respiration problem, asthma, there are so many things if your pranvayu get affected. Okay, so this is the basic overview about pranvayu. Now, I only mentioned few asanas to improve your pranvayu. So by performing these asanas, you can keep your pranvayu balanced, and the quality of pranvayu will get improved and will get pure. Okay, so these asana includes Bhujangasana, Dhanurasana, Natarajasana, Ustrasana, and many more. I just mentioned few of them, and there are many more asanas you can do to improve the pranic energy, the pran. Okay, second comes Apan Vayu. Apan Vayu flows to the opposite of Pran Vayu. Means Pran was residing in the chest area, and Apan is just opposite. It comes under the navel region. The practice of different pranayam is focused on redirecting Apan Vayu to the higher energy centers in nadis. Like Apan Vayu resides in your lower part, like below the navel and to your legs, to the toes. Okay. Apan Vayu is found in the Muladhara chakra. When you will study chakras, then you can connect the Apan Vayu with the chakra. So because it lies down there, down your navel region. So it regulates your genitals, it regulates your uh, birth process, it regulates all the women process, the giving birth, menstruation process, everything. If you're getting any problem with that, then your Apan Vayus get affected. So in spiritual terms also, what we try to do with the help of pranayama, we try to uplift that vayu which is below the navel region towards the pran, towards the head, then towards the sahasrar, so that it can we can accumulate each and every pran, and we can bring it together so that the person can merge the energy with the cosmic energy, with the divine energy, right? So it is, it is spread all over your body. So with the practice of yoga, we unify each and every energy uh, uh, with the help of yogic practice, okay, in our body. So when it comes to Apan, the function of Apan Vayu is elimination, functioning of waste as feces, as gas, as urine. At the time of childbirth, Apan Vayu helps to create a smooth passage for delivery, right? Other than this, Apan Vayu is also responsible for sexual stimulation, ejaculation, and monthly menstrual cycle of women, right? So the place of Pranvayu, Apanvayu is core of pelvic floor, navel to the perineum, urinary system, reproductive system, your kidney, your large intestines. Apanvayu covers all these area of your body, right? So if you're having any problem related to your kidney, your urinary bladder, your system, reproductive system, then you have to understand your Apan Vayu is getting affected with the negative energy, right? So imbalance in Apan Vayu can lead to diabetes, stomach related problems, depression, and negativity, and all the problems related to your reproductive system and to your genitals, to your each and everything which is connected to the Apan Vayu. So in order to you know uh, improve the quality of Apan Vayu, you need to practice some asana like Siddhasan, Padmasan, Swastik Asan, and many more. I mentioned few of them, but there is a particular package when you are affected with a disease. They come to yoga therapist. People come to us, and then they ask, and then we recommend them. We um, give them a package where each and every practice is provided, and with a proper diet and proper exercises, cleansing practices, so people follow that to get rid of the disease, right? So consistency is very important when you get affected with any kind of disease. So you need to consult with a yoga guru or a yoga teacher. Then third one is Saman Vayu. That, as you can see on the picture, Saman Vayu is in the area of your stomach, above the navel region. Saman means equal. Saman is a Hindi or Sanskrit word, right? That means balancing air. It occupied between the working area of Pran and Apan. Pran in the chest, Apan below the navel, and Saman comes between these two Vayus. It hasn't any movement in upward or downward direction, but it works only in a particular area of the body. Saman Vayu never move upward or downward, like pranvayu, like saman, like pranvayu and like apanvayu. It is not moving anywhere. It is just working the area where it resides. Okay. Samanvayu focus on the fire element of the body and hence stimulates Manipur chakra. It is related with the Manipur chakra, which is a navel chakra, right? Samanvayu travels sideways. Okay, Samanvayu is a pran which is responsible for digestion and assimilation of nutrients into the body. So we have to understand this. It never travels upward and downward. It travels sideways. Okay, so and you also know now the digestion and assimilation is connected to the samanvayu because it is there on the place of your stomach. Functioning of samanvayu. When we talk about the functions, it operates between the navel and the diaphragm, as we know. So it controls the functions of organs like stomach, like liver, like pancreas, spleen, small and large intestine. All the functioning of these area and these organs is affected and regulated with Samanvayu. Okay? Samanvayu is the pran that is responsible for digestion and assimilation of nutrition. Okay, so this is the basic and the core function of Samanvayu. Effects of Samanvayu. Saman energy also affects metabolism deficiency in the body. If any kind of metabolism deficiency happens in your body, it is regulated and affected by Samanvayu. Disturbance of the Samanvayu can cause indigestion and other stomach-related problems. When you have constipation, when you have indigestion, you have a gastric problem, you have acidity, all these problems happens because of the imbalance of Samanvayu. So you have to work for your Samanvayu. What you need to do to work for Samanvayu is perform such asanas like Nokasan, Pavan Muktasan, Bhujangasan, and many more. The perfect posture and the perfect pose with the breathing is very important while you are performing asanas. Okay, so the functioning of your breathe, the level of your concentration, everything is important and everything is considered while you are practicing. Okay, so you just need to uh, recognize and identify the root cause of problem and then you work on that specific subtle aspect. Okay, so now the next vayu comes Udan Vayu. The region of Udan Vayu operates in the head region from neck to head. It is also present in the extremities of the body. Okay. Functions, before functions, you can see on the picture, Udan Vayu comes under this region from your head to your throat. Right? So every area which is coming between head and throat, every organ, every functioning is getting affected by Udan Vayu and regulated by it. What is the functioning? It is involved in the neural coordination as well as brain functioning. It is responsible for speech also. Along with that, it helps in movement of the body. Okay. If you want to move your body, you cannot move properly if Udan Vayu is not working. Because along with your head to your throat, Udan Vayu also exists in your extremities, your upper extremities and your lower extremities, your legs and your hand. The movement of your leg and hand is also regulated by the Udan Vayu. For example, moving or rolling the hand through the shoulder, rounding the head and kicking through legs, all these possible because of Udan Vayu. It controls the organs of movement, including head, hand, and your legs. Okay, your hands and your legs are regulated by Udan Vayu only. Okay. Effect of Udan Vayu. When we are discussing the effects, then we should know the deficiency of Udan Vayu can make a person paralyzed because you cannot move your legs, your hand, and your brain area is regulated by Udan Vayu. So when a person is paralyzed, definitely Udan Vayu is not working properly, or there is something happened, some imbalances there. Senses of the body won't work correctly, and it can lead to a vision problem and deafness, right? Because we already know that it regulates the upper head area. So all the organs coming into it getting affected with the Udan Vayu. Okay. So Udan Vayu functions above the throat, face, head region. It is responsible for all the sensory organs and functioning of the brain. If you're facing memory loss, if you have weak memory, if you have a short-term memory also, and if any problem with the head, like different problems apart from memory, like you feel headache most of the time, migraine, and you have brain related problems, you have eyes related problems, your mouth, many things, then you need to think about the Udan Vayu, and you need to work upon Udan Vayu. You need to uplift and balance it, right? So these are some asanas: Halasana, Sarvangasana, Matsyasana, and many more asanas, which can help you to enhance the quality of Udan Vayu, right? Let's move further. Uh, Fifth one is Vyan Vayu. It has no specific area of working in the body, no specific area, as it travels across the whole body and mind and through the circulatory system. See, Vyan Vayu is into your blood. Okay, so where your blood goes and where it circulates, Vyan Vayu circulates. Okay, so if you have any kind of problem relating to your blood, anything, it is because of the Vyan Vayu. Your entire body is getting affected because of Vyan Vayu. There is no specific disease which is related to Vyan Vayu because it is related to each and every part of your body. So if Vyan Vayu itself gets affected, then that particular area can get affected, and disease may arises, some discomfort can be arising, a long-term problem, short-term problem, anything, right? It can be anything. So the whole body is affected by Vyan Vayu, we can say. What is the function? Its main function is circulation of the nutrients or the waste product in the body. And Vayu pervades the entire body. See, when it lies with the blood, so definitely, obviously, it is going everywhere. It is going to circulate your nutritions to each and every cells. It is going to circulate the energy to your each and every tiny cells and tissues, and it is helpful to eliminate the waste product from your body. So Vyan Vayu has a specific area, as we know, and a big impact on our body. So these were the five basic Panch Pran, five vital forces of your body. You can see on the screen, and you can connect with a particular color which Vayu is this and what is the functioning. Like first Udan Vayu, you can see on the head with the same color, physical location, throat to head, then physical senses is responsible, mental strength and speech. Chakra is Vishuddhi Chakra. You will connect these concepts with chakra only when we will discuss it, right? Like Pran Vayu, the physical location is diaphragm to throat. You can see as the green place of in the body. The function is respiration, sensory perception, and chakra is Anahata Chakra, the heart chakra. Then Samanvayu comes physical location at the navel, and digestion, metabolism, nutritioning is a function, and Manipur chakra is the connective chakra. Then Dhyan comes physical location, entire body, circulate the blood and works on nervous system, and chakra is Swadhisthana chakra. Then Apan comes, it, its location is pelvic floor to feet, and elimination, breathe, birthing, and menstruation, and many more, lower region related organ functioning is happening under uh, Apan Vayu. Chakra is Mooladhara chakra. Mooladhara because Mooladhara chakra is the lowest chakra of the body. So this is how we can understand. Now we know the real concept of pran, on which pranayam works, on which our body works, on which we can treat a particular person to cure from a particular disease, right? Let's move to the another concept, which is the seventh chakra, the Sapta chakra, seven energy channels or centers of our body, right? So in order to gain maximum benefits of the yogic practices, it is advised to concentrate on something by directing the mind to a particular region of the body or breathe. The effect of the practice increases. In many Hatha yogic practices, the awareness is brought to different chakras to gain maximum benefit. So let's understand what these chakras are. See, these chakras are the psychic centers of your body. And those centers are connected with each other. If one psychic center is get affected, then definitely it is going to affect the different one because they are connected with each other. So it is important in the spiritual terms, but as well important in the context of the treatment, right? When we talk about the chakras in spirituality, and when you are a practitioner and you want to attain all the benefits in spiritual terms, like you want your spiritual upliftment, then these chakras have immense and ultimate impact on your spiritual growth. Okay, but when it comes to the treatment, it affects, like obviously it will affect the body and the mind. So because this is the part of the is a, of a big treasure, right? So this is a small benefit of chakras. What is chakra? Chakra literally means a wheel or a circle, but in yogic terms, it is a whirlpool, right? It is a vortex. So this is the better translation of the word. The chakra are vortex of pranic energy at specific area in the body which controls the circulation of pran and permitting the entire human structure. See, with the help of pran, everything is regulating in your body, and chakra help them to retain the energy in a particular place. Okay, so you can see on the screen there's a light, there's a specific, centers of energy. These centers helps those pran to retain in a particular region, right? So if these chakras are getting affected, then definitely your pranic energy, your pran will get affected. So you have to feed these chakras, feed your soul with the yogic practices, right? So they relate to a specific area of the brain, and in the most people, these psychic centers lie dormant. What does that mean? That means that pran exists everywhere. Like pran is itself is a subtle thing, and chakras is a subtle thing, but chakra is more significant and works on more spiritual level. Like in most of the people, apart from sages and saints, it is dormant. Chakras are not working properly in this modern life with people. Not even one chakra is working and activated, because if it is activated, then person feels different energy and goes to different dimension in order to physical health, in order to mental, psychic, and spiritual health. Okay, so these chakra related to a specific area, and the area where these chakra lies regulate the related area organs again, like prans. Okay, so concentration on these chakra during yogic practice stimulates the flow of pranic energy through the chakras and help to awaken them. What we do in yogic practice, we concentrate on a specific chakra. Okay, so that when we concentrate, then pranic energy go with the flow, go with your concentration. And suppose you're concentrating here while you are meditating or you are doing pranayam, so here agya chakra comes between your eyes, and here udan vayu lies. So udan vayu works more and more here, and it will stimulate each and every part of your head, and then more subtle level it will work, and it will help to activate your agya chakra, which lies in between your eyebrows. Okay, so this is how they are connected. If your pran vayu is not working properly, there is no way to work on your chakras, because they are on the more subtle level. They are working on more subtle level, right? So we do concentration on it. So let's talk about the types of chakras. There are 7 types of chakra in the body majorly. Location, they are located along the pathway of Sushumna, a major nadi in the body, energy channel, which flows through the center of the spinal cord. Sushumna originates from Muladhara chakra, the perineum, and terminates in Sahasrara chakra, top of the head. See, Sushumna is a nadi. Which, in the beginning of this session, I was talking about different dimension on yogic treatment works. So there is a dimension of channels, nadi, okay, energy channels. So there are many energy channels on which yoga works. But out of those working channels, there are different nadis. Nadis are the channels like Ida, Pingla, Shushumna, and many more, right? So out of many nadis, these 3 nadis are important: Ida, Pingla, and Shushumna. So Shushumna is the most important nadi, which lies in between 2 nadis. Okay, this is Shushumna, and this Shushumna nadi lies in your spinal cord from top of your head to the perineum. Okay, that is a different concept of yoga nadis. Okay, we can discuss that concept also in upcoming session, but here just try to understand what is Sushumna. Sushumna nadi lies in between your the vertebra and spinal cord. Okay, and on that Sushumna nadi, all the chakras are placed one by one. Okay, so it is from the top of your head to the perineum in your backside. Okay, you can see on the picture as well. So first of all, we'll talk about Muladhara chakra. Muladhara chakra is also known as root chakra. The root chakra, location of Muladhara chakra is the base of the spine, the lowest one. On the spinal cord, on the Sushumna nadi, the lowest of chakra in your back spinal cord is Muladhara chakra. What Muladhara chakra influences in our body? Our passion, our creativity, our youthfulness, the vitality, the most importantly, our basic survival instincts, our physical strength, our sexuality, and the flight and fight responses. That means your nervous system, right? These are the major areas of Muladhara chakra on which Muladhara influences our body. So if a person, if the Muladhara chakra is activated, And these dimensions go to the high level and are on the peak and at the absolute perfection, and you see the absolute, you know, different dimension of personality when it get activated, only then. So if you find a person passionate, if you find a person creative and youthfulness and full of energy and enthusiasm, full of zeal, then that means the Mooladhara chakra is highly active, right? Or, you know, is dominant on other chakras. So that's why the people are, you know, more, you know, uh, indulge into, you know, sexual pleasure and intimacy, and they're physically fit and they're strong. So vitality, these are the benefits or influences. When it comes to the color of Muladhara chakra is red, right? Which is also an indication of the need of logic, realistic thinking, and order in our lives. Okay? So red is the color. Mantra is Lam. When you meditate on Muladhara chakra to activate your Muladhara chakra and to control the functioning of Muladhara chakra, you visualize the place of Muladhara chakra and chant Lam, because the Lam is the mantra of Muladhara chakra. Now, what are the organs associated with Muladhara chakra? Is vertebral column, your foot, your tooth, your foot, your bone, the entire skeleton system, your leg, your reproductive system, your excretory system, your urinary organ, the urinary system, and sense of smell within the body, and it is attached to the gland which is known as gonads. Both in male and female, it is connected to a particular reproductive organ in male and females. So any imbalance when it comes into Muladhara chakra, all the problems related to these organs occurs and happens, and you experience different diseases. So when Muladhara chakra is balanced, what happens? Let's see, security, sense of security, humanity increase. You filled with grounded feeling, stable. You filled with energetic, optimal weight, healthy eating, proper elimination. Right? These things happens when your Muladhara chakra is balanced. But when it is not balanced, it is imbalanced, then insecure, fear, feeling of anxiety, feeling of instability. You feel low self-esteem, anemia, over or underweight, constipation, sciatica, back pain, and immune disorder, and many more disorders happens, right? So you have to take care of Muladhara chakra, because see how it is connected with your body and with your entire mental and physical body, right? So if any imbalances happens like this, then it should strike in your mind that definitely my Muladhara chakra is not properly working, and I have to work upon it, right? So there is a specific package where we consult with the patient and we provide specific kind of meditation and practices to activate it. Right? Then second one comes Swadhisthana chakra, which is known as sacral chakra. You see in the picture the second last chakra, the sacral chakra. So Swadhisthana chakra, what is the location? It is located between genital and navel. Right? You remember the Apan Vayu? It was lying below the navel and was connected to the Muladhara, but it is also connected to the Swadhisthana chakra because they lies in the same area. Okay? This Swadhisthana chakra is related to creativity, sexuality, reproductive, pleasure, happiness, joyfulness, and compassionate and creative and passionate. These qualities are there with a with the person when you talk about the Swadhisthana chakra. Okay, the color is orange. Each and every chakra has a specific color because colors also has a specific impact on our body. When you see the red color, angry, and it denotes something, it has some meaning, right? When you see the white color, it gives you pleasure, it gives you calmness. So each and every color has its impact. Then mantra is Vam. When you meditate on Swadhisthana chakra, you chant this mantra, Vam, because each and every specific syllable of a mantra has a significant impact on your body. Like you are meditating, and we suggest people, like while you are meditating on Swadhisthana chakra, you need to imagine these things. Like you chant a particular mantra, Vam, and you imagine the orange color, you imagine the qualities of Swadhisthana. Only then you will be able to inculcate and grasp those qualities of Swadhisthana chakra. Okay. Organs related to this chakra is several organs and glands, including bladder, lymphatic system, pelvis, the large intestine, and male and female reproductive organs. It is similar to the Muladhara chakra because they lies in the same region, but they are placed differently, but they lies in the same region, right? So if what happens if it is balanced, what you feel more creative, you feel joy, you feel sexuality more and more, you feel healthy sex life, you feel prosperity, you feel patient, you feel fertility, you feel pleasure, you feel more satisfied with your life, you feel uh, free from diseases. And when it gets imbalanced, then feel of guilty happens. When feel of shyness appears, irresponsibility and infertility, sexual issues, allergy, eating disorder happens. These are the limited disorders I mentioned here. You also can read in the PDFs I provided in the detail, you can see. And there are many other things which is associated with a particular chakra, right? So here you see the impact, how these chakra are related to our body. Now comes to Manipur chakra, the next chakra, which is known as navel chakra. Okay. Manipur is a Sanskrit word. Mani means pearl, and Pur means place or a city, right? So the location of Manipur chakra is below the chest where the diaphragm lies and situated behind the navel. So the navel region is a place of Manipur chakra. We also call it navel chakra, right? See, navel chakra is a major impact on our body because navel in India, navel is considered as the origin of birth and the origin of energy. So if your navel region is weak and not working properly, you will feel imbalance in each and every part of your body. Okay, each and every pran and chakra getting affected because navel is the base. Navel chakra is the root uh, of all the energy flow entire body. Right? So it influences power. It influences self-esteem, strength, digestion, achievement, sense of sight, action of movement, regulates the function of the pancreas, digestive organs. See, because you should remember, whatever is the chakra, wherever it is lying or situated, all the related organs getting affected with that particular chakra, and they regulate it with their energy. Okay, so the feeling of blissfulness, center of vitality, center of vitality. the navel chakra. And self-confidence, self-assurance, knowledge, wisdom, the ability to make correct decisions, and attracting prana from the cosmos. See, the most important quality of this chakra, it attracts the prana from the cosmos, like from the soul, from the universe. The only place from where a child is connected to her to the mother is the navel region, right? Why? Because navel is the only place where divinity lies, where the cosmic energy lies. Okay, so color of this chakra is yellow, yellow color, and mantra is ram, 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 right? So while you are meditating to stimulate your navel chakra, you need to chant this, need to remember this mantra, need to visualize this color of, of the specific navel chakra, and need to think about what are the qualities of this chakra, right? So the solar plexus chakra is connected with our sense of sight. This is also known as solar plexus chakra. It is connected with the adrenal gland, a particular gland which is regulated by navel region, navel chakra. If this chakra is balanced, then you feel energized, more strength, confident, strong willpower, mental balance, health, confidence, and active. If you are inactive, you should know about it, that your navel chakra is not working properly. Okay, so if it is imbalanced, what happens? Feeling of guilty, lack of energy, weakness, allergy, fatigue, low self-esteem, worthlessness, and digestion and liver-related problems, because it lies in the navel region. So all the related organ will get affected, right? So next one is Anahat Chakra, the heart chakra. Anahat Chakra is another important chakra of your body, right? Anahat Chakra is the fourth chakra, location, center of your chest, where your heart lies. And basic issues is love, acceptance, and compassion. If you are compassionate, your heart chakra is working properly and is a, a bit activated. We cannot say fully activated, because a chakra can be fully activated only when you are on the yogic path, when you are practicing yogic teachings and techniques properly. Uh, the emotional feeling, when you having empathy for others, then your heart chakra is working more than others. Okay, color is green, mantra is yum, yum. If it is balanced, then what you feel loving, you feel empathetic, uh, and open-hearted, and you feel more sincere with your responsibility, I want to tell you. Then you feel serenity, then emotionally balanced, then and truthfulness and tolerance, and many more things happen. Okay, but what happens when your anahat chakra, your heart chakra, imbalanced? Like loneliness, you feel demanding, you become more demanding, you are critical, you're jealous, you become judgmental, you're cold-hearted. And one more thing, when your heart chakra is not working properly, you get most of the disease related to heart, or related to your respiration area, your respiratory system. Heart related issues only occurs when your heart chakra is not working properly, right? So you need to feed your heart chakra, and you should remove all the blockage from your heart chakra. Okay, so let's move to the next chakra, which is Vishuddhi chakra. Vishuddhi chakra is the throat chakra, After heart chakra, we come to the throat chakra. Vishuddhi chakra, Vish plus Shuddhi, Vishuddhi, Vish, Shuddhi. They are two words. Okay, Vish means impurity. The poison is called Vish in Sanskrit, and Shuddhi means purity, cleanliness, and you are going to be pure. Okay, so this means that you are going to pure all the poison of your body. Location, throat, and it influences the communication, the self-expression, and it is a center of physical and spiritual purification. Vishuddhi chakra, you know what, it is said that our great Indian sages said that if someone's, activate and win the Vishuddhi chakra, then they do not feel the, hunger and thirst and thirst, and they do not face any kind of desire in their body, in their life. Okay, so there is no requirement of food, no water, no desires, but it only happens when you activate your Vishuddhi chakra. But on superficial level, on physical level, we can say that uh, that it is a center of communication, self-expression. Okay, and also good for spiritual purification. Color is blue, uh, and the mantra is hum. An important and life-supporting function of this chakra is the purification and detoxification of harmful substances that accumulate in the body and primarily come from the food we eat and the air we breathe. Right? It is a saying in India that you become what you consume. Whatever you consume, you become like that. Right? So what you eat, what you drink, what what you are saying is very important, because then those qualities and those abilities is going inside your body and you will become like that. So Vishuddhi chakra, if you want to purify your Vishuddhi chakra, then it is very important to take care of your eating habits, your drinking habits. Okay, if it is balanced, then you feel peaceful. You're feeling more peaceful and you are full of bliss. Right? Truthfulness happens. You are more listening to others. Good communication skills when your Vishuddhi chakra activates. Strong self-expression, right? So these are the abilities which are going to be, more in your body when your Vishuddhi chakra is clean and pure. But what happens when it is imbalanced? Introverted. You become more introverted, insecure, more fear of speaking up, small voice, timid, shy, fear of speaking, unable to listen, arrogant, thyroid related problem, and all the problem which is related with your throat. Okay, so these impurities and imperfection occurs and happens to you when your Vishuddhi chakra is not working properly. You have to understand and identify what kind of problems you are facing so that you can relate it with your chakra and do the required essential things. Then the second last is Agya chakra, the third eye chakra, which lies between your eyebrows. The location between your eyebrows, Agya chakra, the basic issues, intuition, vision, and perception. See, when we are moving further, like Muladhara to Swadhisthana, then Navel, then heart chakra, then Vishuddhi chakra, the more you're uplifting the understanding level, you should understand the impact of these chakras becomes more subtle and more powerful and are more important in the upliftment to your conscious or the spiritual path, right? So these things are only for the spiritual context. But when we are talking in therapy view, then definitely it's going to help you. But in spiritual way, this is going to give you to the different, you know, area and different world, will take you to the different world, and you will experience the completeness of your soul, of your body, of your consciousness, everything. So basic issues are intuition, your vision, your perception is getting affected. Colors is indigo, and mantra is Om. When you chant Om, because you might have seen many people often chanting Om here in India or maybe outside the India. Then what is Om? Om is a symbol of peace, which is related to your Agya chakra, and where you uh, ask for more peace and stability for, for your body. So Om is a mantra. When you meditate Om, then visualize your third eye chakra, your Agya chakra, so that you will get more benefits and you will feel more connected, because it is connected. All these things are connected with each other. And do you remember the Agya chakra is connected with which pran? The pran vayu, right? Pran vayu is also connected with the Agya chakra. Okay, so when you enhance your pran vayu, then it will automatically stimulate your Agya chakra. Now, which kind of glands are connected with the Agya chakra? It's pituitary gland. So, if you have some knowledge about the anatomy, the physiology, then you can understand the pituitary gland is the master gland of your body, and it controls each and every, the most of the parts and movement of your body, right? So, if pituitary gland is controlled by your Agya chakra, then definitely whatever kind of energy is Agya chakra is giving to your pituitary gland, it will regulate the same way your body, right? It will further regulate in a good manner or in a bad manner. It depends on the energy, what kind of energy you have in your Agya chakra, right? So that's why we always say that think positive, be positive, and uh, do some swadhyaya, means self-study, study some good spiritual text, and be with some good company, have some good knowledge, some good spiritual knowledge. Why? Because all those thoughts will, you know, move into your head. They will run into your head, and you will keep on thinking about those things. And that is the reason they will lead you to the same direction, the way you are thinking. If you're thinking more about, intimacy, more about sex, more about duality, more about materialistic thing, more about the entire world, you will go into that direction, because your Agya chakra will lead and attract that kind of energy only, and then you will go ahead. That's why it is very important to concentrate on your Agya chakra and think positive, right? So that pituitary gland can get positive energy, right? So have some good thoughts in your head. Physical association is with eyes, with the base of skull, with brows, right? You can see. And psychological association and functioning is intuition and imagination. If you have good imagination, that your Agya chakra is helping you. So the energy of this chakra allows us to experience clear thoughts as well as gifts of spiritual contemplation and self-reflection. Right? The more you go further upward, the more it is connected to this spirituality and to your inner consciousness. Right? So let's move further, where we will discuss that what if it is balanced. Okay, door to spirituality, definitely, as we were discussing it, Agya chakra is the door to spirituality. When your Agya chakra is opened and activated, then you are ready to enter the spiritual world. Your entire body and other chakras are working and helping you, supporting you to enter more and more into the spiritual path. It helps you to uplift your consciousness. It is your intuition go pure and higher. You are guided, perceptive. You are clairvoyance. You are bright. You are good mental health. You have good vision. You have each and everything which is essential and related to the upliftment of your spiritual path. Okay, so Agya Chakra is very, very important. And all experiences and ideas serves only to clarify one's perceptions in Agya Chakra. We have to understand the essence of Agya Chakra first, right? So what if it is imbalanced? Then lack of intuition, imagination, and manipulative. You become more manipulative, and panic, fear, nightmares. If you're, you know, facing nightmares and your imagination is not going good, so you have to think about your Agya Chakra. You need to clean your thoughts. You need to work on your good thoughts and remove all the negativity and all the negative ideas out of your mind, because that is the only region of nightmares and bad intuitions and imagination. Okay? Vision and eye related problems and migraine and many more different things, right? So these are the uh, chakras, and the last and most important chakra is Sahasrara chakra, the crown chakra, which lies top of your head after every further chakras. Location, top of the head. Basic issues, knowing, connection to the spirit and universe. All the sages, all the guru and rishi of all time are the examples of the activation of Sahasrara chakra. It is not easy to get, but this is the ultimate goal of our life, to, to reach to the absolute perfection of Sahasrara chakra. Why all the sages were on the edge of their consciousness? They attained the salvation and liberate themselves because they activated the seventh chakra, which is known as Sahasrara chakra. Okay, so it is more connected to the divine, to the spirit, and the unification happens when Sahasrara chakra activated. Color is violet and white, and mantra is Om, or better if you silent, because there is no further things left when you reach to this Sahasrara. There is no attachment, no feelings, no body, no soul, so no sound, no Om, because now you are one. You become one, and there is a unification with the individual consciousness, with the cosmic consciousness. The individual consciousness is getting merged with the universal consciousness. Okay, so there is no sound and nothing is required. If it is balanced, then spiritual growth happens. You feel blessed, unity, wisdom, open-minded, peaceful, connected to universe, strong nervous system. And when it imbalance, when mental disorders happens, fear, materialistic thinking, memory and learning problems, apathy, and broken, and you experience spiritual crisis. Okay, so these are the basic things which we should know about the chakras. Okay, so the related organ is nervous system, pineal gland, and pituitary gland. Uh, see, these glands are majorly affected by this chakra. So think about it and work upon it. Okay. Healing food is, you can see, purple crabs and purple kale, blueberries, purple carrot, many more. Imbalanced attributes are like you are disregarding what is sacred, you are closed mindedness, you are disconnected with spirit, living in the head, and attached to spiritual matters. Why attached to spiritual matters comes under the imbalance? Because when you reach to the supreme, there is no attachment. No matter if the attachment is with the spirituality itself, there is an attachment, okay, and it should not be there. So there is nothing lies in the body and mind when you reach to the Sahasrara chakra. Okay, so Sahasrara is a Sanskrit word which means thousand petals, right? So here are the seven chakras which we were discussing in detail. Uh, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddhi, Agya, Sahasrara. So these are the seven chakras working as in treatment elements, as in divine and big dimension when yoga therapy works. Okay, so yoga therapy works on these kind of subtle dimensions of our body. So the next beautiful concept is Panchkosh. Panchkosh is a Sanskrit word, and we can say in English these are layers of the self, which is known as five koshas or layers, or we can say five sheets around us, and which create a particular aura in around our personality, and they protect us, our physical body, our mental body, and they create a divine aura. So these auras are divided into five parts. So we are going to study that. So let's discuss what is actually Panchkosh means. Individual personality and human existence based on five layers of existency, and which is based on functioning modality, right? So these five auras are Annamay Kosh, the first Kosh, which is connected to the physical body. Then Pranamay Kosh, which is subtle body and which is connected to your subtle energy, and we call that vital body. Then Manomay Kosh is connected to mental body. Then Vijnanamay Kosh is connected to wisdom. And then Anandamay Kosh, the last one, is connected to blissfulness. Anandamay Kosh, we can connect this Kosh with the Sahasrara chakra, which we already discussed, means the highest level of your divine personality, where you develop yourself and then you can unify, you are in that particular state where you can unify the individual soul with the divine, with the cosmic power, right? So this is that stage. So you can connect the Anandamay Kosh with the Sahasrara chakra, and then you can understand better, right? So let's discuss about it. Panch means five, and Kosh means the cover, the layer, the sheath, okay, in Sanskrit. So the concept says that the human soul is covered with five different sheaths, means five different layers, which where each layer has a specific characteristic that we will now discuss, right? So how they work, what is the functionality, what is the structure of each layer around us, we're going to discuss that, right? The first one is Annamay Kosh. Annamay Kosh is related to the food layer or the food sheath of our body. It is a physical body, right? It is connected to your physical body, which we can see, like how we look. It is our Annamay Kosh, which creates our physical body, right? So this is the very first layer, seen easily, is visible and can be controlled easily. This is the physical body, which is studied by branches of anatomy and physiology of modern science, and can be nourished because we can control it physically, right? It is based on food consumption, which we call Anna in Sanskrit, right? And Anna means food. That's why its name is Annamay Kosh, like which is filled with the food, right? And here food basically not with the generally what we generally understand. It includes all the sources of energy, like air, water, food. Each and every part is included when it comes to the energy part, right? So these three things create Annamaya Kosh, or the physical body, right? Now, the Annamaya Kosh is consists of two things: the physical body, which we can see, and all the physiological system of our body, right? So your being it your digestive system, your excretory system, your brain, your cardiovascular system, each and every part of your body and their functioning is affected by Annamaya Kosh, right? Annamaya Kosh is related to your physical body. That's the important thing to remember, right? Now, what are the yogic practices to, strengthen your Annamaya Kosh and the physical body, which is asana, the physical practices which we do in yogic journey. And then some Shuddhi Kriya. Shuddhi means cleansing, Kriya means activities or practices. So we clean our body in practically with some stuff which we use to clean it up. Then some mudras. Mudras are, as you know, already know, they are some gestures which we perform, and mudra itself is a big science, and it itself has its own, mechanism and structure and functioning. We can discuss it in some other session. So, and then bandhas. Bandhas are the blockage, when we create blockages in our body to maintain the body and to get rid of the diseases, right? So this is all about Annamaya Kosh. Annamaya Kosh is related to food, right? This is your food layer in your body. Then let's talk about the next layer, which is Pranamaya Kosh. Pranamaya Kosh is connected to the vital layer, the vital sheath of your body. It is a pranic energy where it exists, right? Pranamaya Kosh is also related to the pranayam. When you practice pranayam, it is always, helping your pranamaya kosh to be more healthy, to be more powerful, right? So this is the second layer, just outside the Annamaya Kosh. This is just next to the Annamaya Kosh, and it is subtle. It is not gross in form, right? So subtle, but yet can be felt and sensed as prana, right? And at the subtle level, and it's your breath at gross level. So your breathing pattern and your uh, you know uh, sense of realizing and feeling the air and the energy inside you is connected to your pranamaya kosh. Okay, so what the components of pranamaya kosh is: pranic energy, first of all, hence the name is pranamaya kosh, because it is related to the vital force. Then nadis and chakras. Chakras we already discussed, and nadis are, there is a concept of nadi which is known as the energy channels, the different energy channels in our body. So in subtle level, on different dimensions, there are different kind of nadis, or we can say the energy channels, where your prana flows, where your prana each reach in each and every part of your body, right? So the channel is nadi. So nadi itself is a big concept. We will discuss this also, and we are going to have a lot of discussion, and I'm going to share a lot of knowledge with you, which I have learned as a yoga practitioner. Okay, so nadi is directly connected to your pranamaya kosh because it enhances the level of pran, it enhances the level of vital energy in your body, and nadis are the source through which you feel it. Right? The next one is Manomaya Kosh. Manomaya Kosh is connected and is known as the mental layer of your body, right? So this is the third level, the mental level. It refers to mind, connected to your mind, and mind does not have any biological structure, as you all know. Mind does not have any physical dimension, but it is subtle. But yet, mind is most important part because it controls all your personality and your thoughts. So there is a saying in Sanskrit that man sarva sajiva. Man sarva sajiva means man means the mind, sarva means all, sajiva means king. So mind is king of all the activity you do, or all the thoughts which are running into your mind, right? So this is connected to your mind and your thoughts. So it has capacity to move outward and understand the outside journey or the world. Also capacity to move inward, you know, and experience and understand inner self. So your mind can, you know, go anywhere. There is no boundaries for your minds and your thought. So it can move anywhere, inside or outside, wherever you want, right? So there is a dual function. There is a dual functionality of your mind. And you know what exactly your mind do is that your center of your emotion, center of your thought process, and the pattern you think, the pattern you decide your things is regulated by your mind, right? So it is a kosh or a layer which regulates your mind in subtle level, right? So let's understand how does it work. When mind is affected, okay, means the distortion at Manomay Kosh, because mind is connected to the Manomay Kosh. What happens then? Imbalance affected pran, means the Pranamay Kosh. When your Manomay Kosh is affected, then it will affect your Pranamay Kosh. Then result in diseases in physical level, the Annamay Kosh. So there is a channel, there is a connection between each and every layer. Like if pranamaya kosh is distorted, then it affect you know, the next one, pranamaya kosh, then annamaya kosh, then you feel physical diseases and a lot of problems in physical level, which is connected to obviously annamaya kosh. In modern times, it is believed that in most cases, root cause of diseases lie in the Manomaya kosh, and especially as maximum diseases currently are psychosomatic in nature. And I hope you understand the psychosomatic nature of diseases, like which creates and which is originated from your mind, right? And then it reflects into your physical body. So diseases which are, you know, originated through your mind, like you started feeling uh, tensed, then it is turned into uh, stress, then into depression, then it will reflect into some other diseases. So the problem started with your mind, and if maybe you are stuck with something and you have tension regarding something, and but this gonna destroy your whole personality. So Manomay Kosh is very important to be healthy. So you have to work on Manomay Kosh more and more, so that your Pranamay Kosh and then your Annamay Kosh can be, you know, stable and healthy in, you know, all level. So Manomay Kosh is psychosomatic kind in nature, and there are many diseases like somatopsychic as well, which is, you know, works in opposite direction, like from physical to the subtle level, like to the mental level. Okay, so mind can be conditioned into two way. How can you do that? There are two ways: education and sanskara. Education, you all know, education is very important for all of us to understand the outer world and inner world, and to have the knowledge about yourself. And sanskara works on subtle level. In India, in Sanskrit form, um, in our Vedic scriptures, the concept of sanskara comes. And what they want to say that through this name, that sanskar contains all the you know, results of your past journey and on of your current journey, and all the results of your bad and good activities accumulated into your unconscious mind. And this is called sanskara. This is called a package which is containing all your results of your bad and of your good things. And then in present time, you get the results, you get the fruits. of whatever you have done in your past journey or in your past births as well. So it is not connected only to the current birth or your present time. It is connected to the past time, past journey, past birth, and it's a long journey, right? So accumulation is there, um, and you might get affected, and definitely we all get affected with the results of our karmas, right? Which is known as sanskara. The results are known as sanskara, right? So in Sanskrit we call it sanskar. So those sanskar lies in the somewhere in your unconscious mind, right? So that's why they have huge impact in our personality. Sometimes you don't know why things are happening to you. You are just you wonder things are very bad and different, and you don't know the reason behind it. The reason is because that thing is connected to you somewhere in your subconscious mind. That will definitely come to you according as a result of your karma. It may come anytime, like whenever they will get mature, and the result will come out into your life, and then you see it practically what is happening, right? So these are two components of mind. So quietening the mind is done by culturing of emotions through mantra, through jap, through devotional song, through yogic practices, through meditation, through some other spiritual practices. You can nourish your mind, and you can remove all the bad things which are going to happen, which are accumulated in your subconscious. You can remove all these things, right? Because ultimately you're going to face it, but with yogic practice and with the help of mantra, with the help of spiritual knowledge and practice, you can remove it before it happens to you, right? So all the bad things can get removed, and you can feel free from your past sanskar and or sanskara, and then you can create a new wonderful beautiful journey for your upcoming life, so that your mental layer or the sheet can be pure, and you can uplift the level of it, right? So this is the concept of mind, and this is a huge concept. I want to share, like, it is called known as chitta in Sanskrit. So there are many other things also covered under this chit concept, which is known as mind, right? So that's also we can discuss particularly and specifically in some session, right? So how you help your Manomay Kosh by yogic practices. Like, it is advised for enhance the Manomay Kosh, like with the help of pranayam and with the help of antarang sadhana. Pranayam, you all know what is it, and antarang means internal, and sadhana means the devotion and the practice which you do as a practitioner, as a devotee, as a yogi or yogic practitioner. So what you do in antarang sadhana, you practice few meditation and different kind of kriyas, different kind of spiritual activities, where you remove all the bad things and negativity from inside, from your subconscious mind, right? And then it helps you to get rid of your bad things into your mind, and then you create a healthy mind, because from outside you cannot do it. While you are doing meditation and you don't know how to do it and what is the exact purpose and how to remove your sanskar from your subconscious mind, then you will not be able to do it, right? So antarang sadhana is very important to clean your internal area, which is very subtle and connected to your mental sheath, right? So it is a layer which regulates your Manomay Kosh, means your mental level, right? So what kind of sadhana, what kind of antarang sadhana is there, we will discuss, right? How you can improve. Then next layer is Vijnanamay Kosh. Vigyan means like V plus Gyan. V means special, Gyan means knowledge, right? So it's a layer of discrimination or intellect, wisdom or discrimination, like our value system, like how we as individual uniquely see the world, clarity, and it is directly connected to your intellect, we can say in short, right? Intellect is also known as buddhi in Sanskrit. So it's a special knowledge, right? It's a layer which is connected to your intellect, and a special knowledge which is connected to the divine knowledge, which is more connected to your subtle layer, and which helps you to enter into that spiritual door, which lead you to the Sahasrara chakra, or to the liberation, to attain the salvation, right? So this is the door. It works as a door to enter into that more subtle divine path, right? So here your intellect should be clear. Your intellect should be that much capacity, so that you can analyze your all the koshas with the help of Vigyanmay Kosh, right? So Vigyanmay Kosh is very important and connected to the divine power, and we can understand it like this. The three Shaktis means the energy required to develop Vigyanmay Kosh, and these are desire, skills, and knowledge. You have that desire. You must have the desire, like you want to do it, like you want to uplift your spiritual consciousness to that level, so that you can uh, you can get that direction, that connection with the divine, right? So that desire should be there, which is known as Ichha Shakti. Then Kriya Shakti means skill. You have, suppose you have that desire, that you want that you want to connect yourself with the divine, but you have to do something for it. So that skill is required. So you need to develop that skill. Without specific skill, you will not be able to do that. If you want to work as a nurse, then you have to gain that knowledge, you have to acquire that, and you have to work for it, right? So everybody, whatever they want, they need that ability, and those skills are very important. Now these skills can be achieved with the help of the previous koshas. Annamay kosh, pranamay kosh, manomay kosh help us to develop those skills, so that we can work on the Vigyanmay kosh, which can lead us to the further journey, right? Then knowledge is very important, which is known as Gyan Shakti. Gyan means knowledge. This knowledge is not related to the materialistic knowledge, like about the world. No, this knowledge is really connected to your very origin, and to your inner source, right? This is your inner knowledge, how you are aware about yourself, how much you know about your soul, your connectivity, your personality, your subtle ideas, your subtle bodies, how much you know about it. As a human being, we are here, and we have lot of potential, lot of possibilities, we all have. But the thing is, are you aware about it? Do you know what kind of possibilities you have inside you? So if you know it, then it is we can say that yes, you have the knowledge, you have gyan. Gyan is not connected to the materialistic knowledge, right? Because that will never help us to lift your inner self, right? Inner self can only be uplifted and enhanced with the help of gyan, right? Gyan is knowledge. So knowledge of self, right? So you have, so whatever I am sharing with you is connected to gyan. It's connected to the knowledge of self. So if you connect with that, then only you will be able to work on it, right? So these three things are very important for Vigyanmay Kosh, right? So the next one, how Vigyanmay Kosh works, like it is known as the subtle gross power of Vigyanmay Kosh. Beyond Manomay and or mind layer, of intuition or Vigyanmay Kosh, and needless to say, it is subtler than all the preceding koshas. Like I already shared with you, the preceding koshas are like Manomay Kosh, Pranmay, and Annamay Kosh. They are good with their functioning, and you can understand that. But without those working, without working on those three layers, you cannot come to the Vikyanmay Kosh, because it is related to the intuition part, or related to the intellect, right? So it is more subtler, right? It is more subtle and more powerful than others, right? And also, there is a saying in Taittiriya Upanishad. Upanishad is a source of knowledge in Indian history. What they say about Vigyanmay Kosh: separate from this self comprised of mind, there is another inner self comprised of intuition knowledge, or intuitive knowledge, right? This one is also like the shape of a person, like the preceding koshas. Faith is its head, which we say, this is written in the Sanskrit, tasya sharirva shirsa, right? Then righteousness, it's right wing, and truth, it's left wing, and yog is its soul, right? So what they want to say, that you have to uh, you have to fulfill these qualities if you want to work on Vigyanmay Kosh, and you want to make it healthy, and you want to make it more powerful. What you should be, have faith in your head, and you should be on the righteous path, and you should have the truthfulness inside you, and you should be a yogic practitioner. Then only it is possible to work on the Vijnanamay Kosh, right? Which regulates the further preceding other koshas, right? So this is how Vijnanamay Kosh works and is connected to the subtle aura of our body. Then Anandamay Kosh comes, the last and final layer of our body, of our existence. So it is called sheath of bliss, right? It's a layer of blissfulness, most subtle of all, and the chitta, believed to rest in its intrinsic and natural state of bliss. Chit, in this level, believed to be free from all vrittis, which vritti is a Sanskrit word. Vritti means fluctuation and disturbance, and when you are disturbed and you are here and there everywhere, you are not uh, stable. That's why it is called fluctuation in vrittis. So here, state of Nirbhi Samadhi achieved. Nirbhi Samadhi is a part of, it's a concept which our great sage Patanjali has given. Nirbhi Samadhi itself is a concept. There is a kind of samadhis even when you achieve the state of salvation itself, there is a different levels, on what level you are, on what level of liberation you are at present time, or at that particular time. So that's a different concept. So we can say that when you reach to the Anandamay Kosh, when you start feeding Anandamay Kosh, then there is nothing left beyond that, right? It is when you feel contented, you feel, this is a state of absolute perfection. All the dimension of a personality reach to the absolute stability and the perfection, we can say. Blissfulness is there. There is no disturbance and no desire left, right? That particular state comes when your Anandamay Kosh is uh, good with Anandamay Kosh is strengthened and working properly. But what as a human being, we never work on, most of the people cannot work on Anandamay Kosh, because it's very subtle and beyond the knowledge, and most of us are not even aware of it. So how can we work on it? So it is very important. That's why I'm sharing this knowledge with you, so that you can think about it and start working on it, so that you can experience the beautiful dimension of yourself. You will see perfection in all the dimension of your personality. So these are five koshas or sheets which we were discussing. The Annamaya Kosh related to physical body, we can say at large, which is made up of DNA, cells, tissue, nerves, and different organs and your body system. Then Pranmaya Kosh comes energetic field, which is connected to your vital body, vital force. Then Manomaya Kosh comes, which is related to your mind, your emotion, your feelings, your likes, dislikes, and all those things. Then Vigyanmay Kosh is connected to the mind, the higher mind and wisdom, inner conscious and inner voice, value system, and intellect. Right? Then Anandamay Kosh, the last one, is related to blissful feeling, and being with self and being with nature is the quality of these five dimensions of your subtle body, right? So this was the concept of Panch Kosh, five layers of your body, and how it works. Now you can understand how it affect your physical and mental body. You can see now you can connect yourself with your aura and with your subtle body, that whatever problem you are facing in your life with your body and mind, now you can connect it how it is affected by your subtle body, right? So knowledge of subtle energy is very important. Now let's talk about the last topic, which is three gunas. Three means three, gunas mean the qualities. So we are going to discuss three qualities of each and every personality. As a human being, we have these three qualities which affects us and which create our personality and behavior in a particular way. Okay, so nobody is, can be without these three qualities into it. So these qualities are known as Raja, Tama, and Sattva. We also call it Rajas, Tamas, and Sattva. Rajas means which is connected to the production, Tamas means destruction, and then Sattva means the stability. Sattva is connected to the divinity and to the spirituality actually. So let's understand it. See, the self aversion and means the selfish aversion is tamas. Then the another selfish desire is rajas. But sattva is connected to the divinity. So there is no selfish feeling. There is no desire. There is nothing, because here person reaches the Anandamaya Kosh, the Sahasrara Chakra, right? And they develop all their subtle energy and reach and try to develop the sattva gun, the sattva quality of a personality, right? So let's understand it. Tamas, tam quality is also known as tamas in Sanskrit. Living with the values which are connected to your ego centers, your desires, your selfish feeling. You feel dull and meant to satisfy only personal interests, right? So when you are really connected to yourself, your desires, right? The materialistic thing, okay, and you don't even care about others, other what they feel, what they actually, they're being affected by your things or not. Then tamas kind of nature exist into your personality. That's why you feel these things, like you feel more selfish, self-centered, ego-centered, like that. Then Rajasic quality comes. What Rajasic is? Living with tendencies which are extremely passionate, ambitious, dynamic in nature, but centered in fulfilling selfish desires, right? Means you are ambitious, and here you are not so much selfish, but you are just behind your desires. You are working for it. You are passionate for your desires, your dream. You want to fulfill all your dreams, and you want to work for it, right? So most of the human being possess this kind of personality, rajas kind of personality. So they call rajasic, right? So rajasic kind of personalities have these traits, right? So they are ambitious extremely, and they work for it. They are workaholic. They think about their work only, right? So this kind of quality is connected to rajas. Okay, then sattvic quality comes, the last one. The attitude and motives are selfless, okay, more balanced and discrimination based on higher values. So this kind of quality possess only those person have this kind of quality, which are connected to the spiritual path. We are just like sages, just like saints, and the spiritual gurus, teachers. They which people who can teach you the spiritual path and who can show you the right direction. So as a guru, as a spiritual leader, so they all have sattvic kind of personality, because they developed it, because that kind of sattvic nature uh, leads them to work on the spiritual path. That's why they do it, because they have this kind of nature, sattvic nature, right? So sattva gun possess these qualities. They have it like happiness, wisdom, compassion, self-control, concentration, and gratitude. Then rajas have these qualities like energy, desires, fear, and excitement, to workaholic and ambitious, like that. Then tamas, having illusion, greed, ignorance, mental dullness, laziness, confusion, attachment, and heaviness. So you can connect yourself which kind of categories and which kind of qualities you have in your consciousness or in your body, so that you can set your personality into a particular dimension where it is, where you lie, in these three categories, right? So you can now analyze yourself, and you can find it out, like where are you and what kind of qualities uh, there inside your body, so that you can realize this and you can work on it, realize and work on it, right, to make it more pure and better. Okay. So, selfish aversion means tamas, which is dullness, which is related to depression and damaged intellect and personality. They are more negative and underactive, denied. Okay. Then what are the qualities of rajas? We can say overexcited, manic, obsessive, addicted, greedy, and selfish, uh, uh, lust, and overactive, right? So these are the qualities of rajas kind of personalities. Then golden balance is connected to sattva gun only. When your life is balanced, when your thoughts are balanced, then you are not under influence of tamas or rajas. You are a sattvic kind of personality. Okay. So we can say here, like sattva is connected like a monk, a behavior like a sage, like balanced, harmony is there, positivity is there, peace is there, clarity in your thoughts. Tamas is you are dull, apathy is there, negativity is there, inactivity is there, and there is a lot of laziness, and there is a lot of tension in your life. You are not satisfied with anything in your life. If you experience that, then you must be having tamas kind of personality or quality. Then rajas includes movement, activity, energy, excitement, passion. These things, create a rajas quality into a personality, right? So you can see these three qualities are there always. There is nothing, other than this in a human being. As human being, as a person, you might have any kind of personality out of these three. And now let's discuss how we can change it. When you already realized, like, okay, I am a rajas kind of person, I am a tamasic kind of person, I'm sattvic, so how can you improve it? Like with the help of your food. So there is a saying in India, like whatever you consume, you become like that. So the consumption of food depends, and it help to create your personality and affects it. Like if a person eat non-vegetarian, they are non-vegetarian and they eat non-veg, so you will see in long time they will feel and they will react like that. They'll be more aggressive, they will be more you know their reaction will be like angry all the time, they are irritated. This will happen because it is natural, because you are consuming those kind of things. That's why it is happening, right? So how can we change it? Let's discuss it. Rajas, first of all, a Rajasic diet has a stimulating effect on the mind and body, right? And it includes coffee, tea, carbonated beverages, and frozen, canned, sugar, sour and salty foods. And these are the vegetables like garlic, onion, hot peppers, and dark lentils, and chocolate. And there are many more, diets and food which you eat while you are in Rajas, dominant nature. Then, to reduce the quality of Rajas, avoid Rajasic food. Okay, over exercising, avoid it. Overwork, loud music, excessive thinking, and overstimulation, and like you are much into the intimacy, you are thinking about the having sexual desires, and there is no limit, and you are just doing it, you are just wasting your inner energy, which you can help to uplift your inner growth, but you are not doing it. So if you want to change that, you need to change your food first. So start with your food and avoid the Rajasic food. Rajasic food means which have Rajas kind of quality in food, right? Each and everything on this planet and universe have these three qualities, right? Not even human being, your food, your the nature, trees, and animals, they all have these three qualities, right? Then tamas, a tamasic diet has a dulling effect on the mind and body, right? It includes mushroom, garlic, onion, beans, hard aged cheese, and red meat or canned fish, and refined sugar. Tamasic food are chemically treated, microwaves, stale, and old meat and fish, right? To reduce tamasic, avoid tamasic food, and oversleeping. You have to avoid oversleeping, overeating, inactivity, and fearful situations. You need to avoid all these things, and then you will see your tamasic qualities will get removed, and then you will move to to inculcate good qualities. When it comes to sattva, sattvic diet promotes love, awareness, joy, and intelligence, and it lead you to the spiritual path. Okay, it includes fresh fruits, vegetables, sprouts, whole grain and nuts, and milk, ghee, plant-based oil, lentils, and beans. And there are some like sweets like honey and dates, figs. Then spices like coriander, um cardamom, and fresh ginger, turmeric powder. You can add these spices if you want. Herbs, ashwagandha herbs are, the best way to improve sattvic qualities in your body. Those are ashwagandha, bakon, gotu-kola, and shankapushpi, tulsi, etc. And there are many more. Okay, so these are the food qualities which you can change according to your nature, and then you can move your shift your quality, the nature as a human being, to the different nature, right? So this was the overall explanation about the subtle energies which works around us, and they impact how they impact our physical body and mental body. Now you can understand better. So in this session, that's it. And in upcoming session, I want to tell you, we're going to discuss about various diseases and their yogic treatments, how we can treat a particular disease with the help of yogic practices. We're going to discuss about. And this session was very important, because now when we will discuss about how yogic practices impact your body to get rid of a particular disease, now you can connect it, because now you understand on what dimensions yogic practices are working and how they impact your physical body and mind, right? Because without the knowledge of these subtle things, people cannot understand why and how meditation can, affect your mind. Because everybody's saying that's why you are doing it. No, you should do it because you know what is the mechanism and what is the functionality and what actually is happening when you are doing it, right? So I want you to understand that, then you practice it, so that you can experience with your own journey, not like you are listening to others and then doing it. No, experience it, and have good knowledge about it, to about yourself, your inner self. You have enough knowledge about the materialistic world, the outer world. Let's have some knowledge of your inner self, and then try to uplift it, right? So see that perfection in your all dimension with the help of this. So there are many more other concepts like nadis and many more, which are subtle in nature, and they are included in yogic treatment, and they works as a dimension. Okay, so we will discuss that too. But for now, these dimensions are very important to know. Now you know it, and in upcoming session we will talk about particular diseases, especially treatment through the sound vibration of mantras. So how mantra works and how they impact our body, we're going to discuss that too. Okay, so thank you so much for giving your precious time and energy. And let's see what impact you are going to have in your body after having this knowledge and this practice. So thank you so much once again. Be safe and be healthy, and do practice yoga. Think about the knowledge I shared with you, and I hope I conveyed the message and I successfully, delivered the knowledge which I had to with all of you. So thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and be connected. Pranam.